Hello, all. Welcome back. Aradhna Tiwari from Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator and the founder of Be the Change page. I'm also empowering and transforming coach, and I'm here to address for the stress, anxiety, and depression call. So I'm just looking forward to have you all online and then me to start. So, so stress, anxiety, and depression leads to sad. So when you follow stress in your world, when you follow anxiety in your world, and when you have depression in your world, you automatically have sadness in your world. I wonder what invitation is that? And would you allow yourself to do that? I'm just waiting for you guys to join in. And then I'll, hey Rohini, welcome back again. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Awesome. Hello, Richa. Welcome. Hello, Pooja. Hello, everybody who's joining in. Thank you so much. I'm talking about, oh, Simran. Sorry, Pooja Shroff shows Simran here. Hi, Simran. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Hello, Ritu. So I'm actually also checking my phone because half the time I don't see the messages. So welcome all, guys. So today about sadness, anxiety, and depression. Sad. How, who all you knew are sad? I'm sure when you see my face, the sadness goes away. So what invites you to sadness? What actually invites you to be sad in your life? What makes you sad? Is it that something that you are keeping in your world to actually not create greater, not to choose fun, not to be joyful? And and also it's all how amazing that we have seen that when we are stressed, when we have the anxiety and when we have the depression, we get more attention of the people because then you are like normal average. And then if and it's so funny, right? When you are into it, I remember when I was a young child and I used to have fever. Hello, Payal. I used to have fever, and because my mom would not let me not go to school and take a leave, and I would get and I saw other kids doing that, and I'm like, wow, they want to fall sick so that they can stay home and get mom's love. But and then I started asking that sad वाला topics आपको suit नहीं करते. Exactly, Simran, I totally get it. And that's what I'm actually here to invite people to get off the sad because there is no need to be sad. Hi, Sudipta. So it's like that's when I used to see, and I was like, oh, okay. Once I actually chose to be, having fever and feel sad about me, so that I don't have to go to school. I tell you, it was so boring for me. I really couldn't spend that whole day, and I'm like, I'd rather not fall sick and sit at home. I'd rather go to school if this is what, being sad brings up. And that was my ask when I was little baby, that I never would like to fall sick to get anybody's attention. And so far my body has, I'm really really grateful for my body that it never creates that stuff. So how many of you in your world have actually perceived those energies in your when you were growing up and you saw other kids doing it and your siblings doing it, and that you did not want to go to school, and then you knew you can manipulate your parents through getting sick, and that's when you created stress, and you created anxieties, you created depression, so that your parents should not scold you, and then you've been living with them until today. So what if there is a new possibility of being joyful and um, into your laughters, into your laughing, and that can be inviting. And I'm so happy when Simran just said that it doesn't really suit me, and I so get, and I'm so happy that I've actually come across with that as an invitation because that's what I believe in. That life can be joyful, life is about being happy. Everything around you is happy. It's only that filter that you have to change. So I know it sounds very cliche when you talk this, when because you think that you can do and you can be talking all this very easily because when you're not being through it. But that's not true, guys. I have been through every situation, and I'm an amazing potent creator who creates everything in life to test and see what people are talking. So what people are talking, and then I go through myself, and then I sail through it without a problem, not making it as a problem, and still having my joy. So now it's my ask of not creating that anymore in my life because others are not choosing. And now I've realized that people are not choosing it. they don't want to choose happiness and joy and stuff, and they're just having these sadness, they're keeping sad part in their life to just avoid that happiness and joy. And people say, why would we avoid to be happy and joyful? Of course, who doesn't want to be happy? Doesn't want to be joyful? And I was on this talk show before this, and in that talk show, that person who was there, Abhishek Gupta, and he was so amazing. He just said that how his requirement of monthly expenditure is 5,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees. That was like a, which is so true. And like even when I've tracked, like I've seen this hardly that we require. This is so much we eat. This is so much of clothes we require, but we make all this so much bigger than us, and that creates stress, anxiety, and depressions in our life to be something, rather than enjoying the little bit of everything. So I wonder what you guys are making so bigger and greater than you, that you let this kind of thing seep into your bodies, into your life. So whosoever actually has a little bit of a stress, anxiety, and a depression, please look whose attention are you craving for? What attention are you craving for? What are you actually creating this stress for? And where is it leading? If you actually start questioning you probably will have more awareness to it. But if you have any questions here, I'm very happy to take. Hello, all who have joined in. Harsha, hello. You are truly that invitation. Thanks, Rohini. Hello, Prakhar. Hi, Sheel. So, any questions, anybody going through any anxiety, stress, depression, which I can take on, because this is a more space of like which I actually am offering is from the space of questions. So if you have a question, I can kind of facilitate you and I can give you a different perspective of looking at it. Not that I have any stress, any anxiety and depression in my life that I should carry on with and talk about. And I, as I just said, that I have stopped creating in my life for to giving you answers to that, because it's your choices that you have to choose to get out of it. I'm here. I can facilitate. I can guide you. I can give you different possibilities. But yet, if you don't have a question, I can share a little bit from my life that in the face of stress, anxiety, depression, I still like kind of look at it. What is stress? What is anxiety? And what is depression? Because wherever I see, it's all. I really liked one this thing about. I heard about Sadhguru. He had somebody shared around him that, you know, I'll just do that one. What to do when we are anxious? I will just talk about it. So Sadhguru had this. See, I've heard somewhere that he said that they have some temple or some area in South. I do not know how true it is, but that really makes me joyful and happy. And they said if anybody is into depression, they take those people there and they tie them to the pillar there and put the food in the morning and the evening there, and after 2 days, everybody's depression just goes away, because people are creating depression to ask for attention, and when they have been treated like cows and buffaloes, so they kind of get out of that depression. And I, every time I think about it, I visualize it and I get into laughter riot. So wonder if that is what attention, and people here like to go to 5-star kind of a hospitals and to take attention and to create attention from people and to have their families together, to have their time together. They create diseases from stress, anxiety, and depression. So I was just saying, so I just wanted to share that. Meanwhile, you had questions, so I will get to the question now. So is stress actually created by us for attention in some way? What do you know? Of course. So that's what I was talking. And Ritu asked what to do when we are anxious. For me, the simplest way is like actually first allow yourself to be anxious. That is what I follow. If I'm going through anything, I allow myself to follow that. I allow the anxiety to drop in, come into me, and I start looking at as I'm watching it. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting anxiety. So am I dying? My first question is, am I dying? No, I'm not dying. My heartbeat is going up. My heartbeat is going up. So what do I do now? And the first question is, who does it belong to? Does it even belong to me, or am I aware of something? Because, I believe that our body is an instrument that gives us information, because we travel in this reality, in this world through this body. This is my vehicle and I love my vehicle. So it's like how your body tells you, senses everything, and gives you information. So when you're getting anxiety, it's also an information of people around you. It's not about you. And we make everything happening in our body as ours. So from here onwards, if you start looking at everything, whatever your body is creating is an information, then you have the first question there is, Ritu, what am I aware of? And who does it belong to? And then it's like, for example, I remember once, it was one of my family members, and I used to catch cold very fast. So, even like little cold on my shoulder, and I'll start sneezing. And I remember that I woke up and this person was sneezing and having a little of irritation. So I started working on him. So when I was working, my body started sneezing, and I'm like, wow, oh God, now don't tell me I've picked up this, infection into my body. As what we say, if the virus gets into the house, it gets to everyone. So I was like, oh God, and I'm like, but I was fine. I just woke up. I was perfectly fine. How the sneezing suddenly started, and I was being present with it, and I started asking, is it mine? And then I could sense it that my body is just giving me the information that there's an allergy to the other person. I'm like, oh, all right. Thank you, buddy. We got it. We don't have to create it. That was it. It was like a split of a second, and I did not create that a cold and cough for myself. And it was in the past, I always created it. And I had antibiotics, and I had to follow everything the other body has been following. But since that day, anything happens to me, like, I had a little throat irritation 2 days back, and I'm like, who does it belong to? What is it, body? Who am I healing? What am I aware of? And suddenly I'm like, okay, body, we don't have to choose it, darling. It's okay. I got the information. Whatever the other person requires of me, contribute, because I keep working with so many of you, so many of the world. And like, it's just like my body is like, hey, this person is feeling so and so, so and so is feeling so way. So that's your way of your body talking to you. So ask, what are you aware of? So is stress actually created by us for attention in some way? What do you know? It definitely is, Simran, because stress is just a compulsive, because we want to be like others. We want to set into so small boxes like others, and we want to be normal average, which we can't be. So that is to grab that attention, that hey, look at me, I'm like you. Can you please look at me? But when you are not looking at you, how will the world look at you? So hope you got the tools. Who does it belong to? First ask, and what am I aware of? Are the two basic tools to play, remembering that your body is talking about you. It's giving you information around, like how I always remember a cockroach, the bigger one, and it has those tentacles, and it like and it like walks and senses everything. A butterfly. I mean, every animal does that. You know how birds do, how um, any mosquito does. Like, I love playing with mosquitoes and killing them, and then they're being around and jumping, and then I know I'm smarter than you, and if you're around me, you'll be killed. And that is how I talk to them. I'm a crazy woman, but yeah, I don't want to be normal and average and try to. I've done that, been there, kind of put myself in the box. So, are you willing to acknowledge how weird you are? I am. So is depression real? Is it real, Ritu? No, it is not real. It's created. It's created because it's a stress. It's something that you are wanting the attention for, and you are. It's a dip. It's kind of hitting it back again and again to one thing that you really want to make right about yourself. You want people to see you, and you fighting for that rightness, and that is when it creates that depression. Like how you keep hitting at one point and it creates its own depression. That's how you being right, you being seen is what is required, that creates that depression. And sometimes you're also aware of the people you around who have been to depression, and that is a body, and you might have grown up with people who have been into depression around you. So look around you. Is that your parent, any of the parent was in a depression and wanted some attention, and are you actually healing them? Are you actually biomimicking them? You're actually looking at their world and trying to heal them, that oh, it's my mom, oh, it's my dad, I wish my mom doesn't feel sad. I wish, how we all have been as kids, no, we never wanted our mom to feel bad, we never wanted our dad to fight or mom to fight, and we soak in everything. Our body soaks us, and we have been making it ours. So this is a great tool to help, like who does it belong to, and you will get an awareness. And the moment you allow and ask your body to expand and let it go, dissipate from my body, dissipate from my body, you have built it in years. So if you start playing with it, anything that I'm holding knowingly and unknowingly keep asking it to dissipate, move from my body, just move out of my body, and it will. Your body listens, guys. Just play with it and let me know if that works for you. Otherwise, you can remember my lovely, smiling, happy face. It'll take it off. What do you know? How could I forget that? Yes, Simran, totally. Allowing is looking at whatever it pulls. Yes, totally, Uma. It is also to control our life. Yeah, we are fighting for control. We want our way, right way. My way is a right way or a highway. So you're fighting with your own self, manipulating yourself to be seen by others. Uh, simple rule: look at yourself, be happy, go into the mirror, be joyful, and it's like being my favorite, as I always say, like how I was so funny. It came out onto the artificial intelligence on my Facebook page too. It's like how in Jab We Met, Kareena Kapoor says, "मैं अपनी favorite हूँ." So is me. I'm my favorite. So what else is possible? So we can contribute even in that way too. Yes, Umesh, we can. Does control create anxiousness in our life? Definitely, of course. Right now, you try to control anything, Ritu, and hold on to it. And it's like a pencil or a lipstick or a phone that I'm trying to hold it. And I'm like, whole night I keep trying. I have to hold it, I have to hold it, I have to hold it. I'll sleep 24 hours, 48 hours, 50 hours, how many hours? And one day I will drop because it has to drop. And I'm putting so much of energy to control it. Isn't it going waste? And where are you putting your energies, to control or let be out of control? Because in our realities, we are not supposed to be out of control. That is wrong. Being out of control is wrong. That is how we judge and what we judge. So if you let yourself, then you'll be too much. But if you're in life, give yourself one day to be out of control. What fun can you have, actually? I mean, I give those chances a lot to myself. One day, dekhi jayegi, whatever. Let's see what happens. Who falls apart, and nobody has yet died because of my naughtiness. Hello, Samir. Welcome here. Thanks for showing up. So everything is opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. Exactly. So everything is opposite around you. So start looking at it, start receiving it, start questioning yourself. Question is the antidote to everything. What is this for me? What am I showing? What am I creating this for? Who am I? Whose attention am I looking for? If you give your attention to yourself, the world will follow the pursuit, and you will have everything. Awesome. I guess that's it for the day. If anybody still has any questions, I'm happy to take. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. So dropping control creates ease. Okay, right now, let's all of us here who are on this platform. What if you actually drop your barriers? Um, and you just have to do this. Slowly go down, 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 down. Let everything fall apart. Take everything down, all your barriers, and relax and relax and laugh and relax and laugh and relax and relax and relax and be joyful. Ask the happiness and the joy to be into your body. Pull in that energy. Pull in from me. Pull as much of energy from me right now. Just say pull energy. You just have to say pull energy from Aradhana. Pull energy from everything around, which is like makes you joyful, orgasmic, joyful, and fun. Just pull energy. Just have to say pull, 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 palat, palat, palat. And once you palto, and the energy paltos, and let your body have that fun. Bring in that energy and expand, keep expanding, and let it go out of control today. And what if you can actually go into your genitals to pull in that energy and make yourself joyful and happy? The longer you hold it, boom, and then it explodes. Yes, Simran, totally. Awesome. So hope this session brings you joy and it gives you a beautiful. Could it be genetic? Yes. So Rohini, thanks. A great question. Before I end up, so it's like yes, we take birth in specific um, families to actually follow the pursuit. So if it's genetically, when we take birth, we definitely choose it, and we choose that family so that it can be in our genes. So, and that's their journey. And I have a tomorrow I have a call on Access Consciousness India, where I'm talking about death. So I would talk more about it on that in that call. It's at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow. So we would be posting the link for that too. But yes, it is genetic, and it's no point trying to change genetic stuff unless the person chooses. And even if it's a genetic thing, it's the choice of the person who has it and who's choosing to experience that. And if that person chooses it, they can change it. But the choice has to be of the person, not yours. You can ask them, you can question them. Would it be fun for them to change? Generally, um, people who are into drugs and alcohol generally don't like changing it. But other than that, people into depression, and there are very few cases who do choose to change that too and give up that depression. So it can be a depression of bodies, and because that's attention seeking, basically it runs in the family. So if it runs in your mother or father, or genes earlier, you would like to take a birth there because you want to experience that in your life, this lifetime. So what if it's not wrong and right? What if somebody's depression and anxiety is also not wrong and right? If you allow everything and give up our fights, lives can be different. Hope that contributes. Awesome. All right, guys. See you tomorrow, 11:11 at Insta. I come, whoever is new here, I come every day morning, 11:11 a.m. on Insta Live at Be the Change. So you're more than happy to join us. See you at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, and at 8 too, because I'll be here 8 again for the same sad call. Stress, anxiety, and depression. If anybody has a question, or any of your friends going through, and anybody wants to come and join me and ask a question, I'm happy to contribute here. Cool. Awesome. Have a beautiful evening, sexy evening, and enjoy yourself. Bye. And thanks for being here. Bye bye.